an idea into your pretty little head.
Thank you. You may. I knew there might be some misunderstanding, Mr. Fairfax. The gentleman whose arm is at present around your waist is my guardian, Mr. John Williams. I beg your pardon. This is Uncle Jack. Jack? Oh! He is Ernest.
My own love.
A moment, Ernest. May I ask you, are you engaged to marry this young lady here?
To what, young woman? Good heavens, Gwendolyn!
Yes, to good heavens, Gwendolyn. I mean, to Gwendolyn.
Of course not. Who could have put such an idea into your pretty little head?
Thank you. You may. I felt there was some slight error here, Miss Cardew. The man who is now embracing you is my first cousin, Mr. Algernon Moncrief. Algernon Moncrief? Oh! Oh, you really called Algernon?
I cannot deny it.
Is your name really John?
I can deny it if I liked. I can deny anything if I liked, but my name certainly is John. It's been John for years.
The gross deception and the practice on the both of us. Oh, my poor wounded Cecily, my sweet wrong Gwendolyn. You will call me sister, will you not? There's just one question I'd like to be allowed to ask my guardian. Yes, Mr. Worthing, there's one question I would like to ask you. Where is your brother Ernest? You have both seem to be engaged to your brother Ernest. So I think it is of some importance for us to know where Ernest is at present.
Gwendolyn, Cecily, it is very painful for a man to be forced to speak the truth. And I'm quite inexperienced in doing anything of the kind. However, I will tell you quite frankly that I have no brother. I never had a brother at all. I have no brother Ernest, and I certainly have not the smallest intention of ever having a brother in the future.
No brother at all?
None.
No brother of any kind?
Never. Not even of a kind.
Well, Miss Cecily, I think that it is safe to say that neither of us are engaged to be married any longer. It's not a very pleasant position for a young girl to suddenly find herself in, is it? Let us venture into the house. They will hardly come after us there. No. Men are so cowardly, aren't they?
Ghastly state of things is what you call bunburying, I suppose.
Yes. And a perfectly wonderful Bunbury it is. The most wonderful Bunbury I've ever had in my life.
Well, you've no right whatsoever to Bunbury here.
Oh, that is absurd. One has right to Bunbury anywhere one chooses. Every serious Bunburyist knows that.
Serious Bunburyist, good heavens.
Well, you must be serious about something if you want to have any amusement in life. I happen to be serious about Bunburying. But you are serious about that, you have the remotest idea. About everything, I should fancy. You have such an absolutely trivial nature.
Well, the only small satisfaction I have of this wretched business is the fact that your friend Bunbury is quite exploded. You won't be able to run down the country quite so often as you used to do, dear Algy. And a very good thing, too.
Your brother is a little off color, isn't he, dear Jack? You won't be able to disappear to London quite so frequently as your wicked custom was, and not a bad thing either.
As for your conduct towards Miss Cardew, I must say that you're taking in a sweet, simple instinct like that is quite inexcusable. To say nothing of the fact that she is my ward.
I can see no possible defense at all for you deceiving a brilliant, clever, thoroughly experienced young lady like Miss Fairfax. To say nothing of the fact that she is my cousin.
I simply wanted to be engaged to Gwendolyn. That is all. I love her.
Well, I simply wanted to be engaged to Cecily. I adore her.
There's certainly no chance of you and Miss Cardew being married.
I don't think there is much likelihood, Jack, of you and Miss Fairfax being united.
Well, that is no business of yours.
If it was my business, I wouldn't talk about it. It is very vulgar to talk about one's business. Many people like stockbrokers do that. Maybe they dinner party.
How can you sit there calmly eating muffins when we're in this horrible trouble I can't quite make out? Seem to be perfectly harmless.
Well, I can't eat muffins in an agitated manner. The butter would probably get on my cuffs. One should always eat muffins quite calmly. This is the only way to eat them.
I say it's perfectly harmless eating muffins at all under the circumstances.
When I'm in trouble, eating is the only thing that consoles me. Indeed, when I'm in really great trouble, as anyone who knows me intimately will tell you, I refuse everything except food and drink. At the present moment, I'm eating muffins because I'm unhappy. Besides, I'm particularly fond of muffins.
There's no reason why you should eat them all in that greedy way.
I wish we would have tea cake instead. I don't like tea cake.
Good heavens, I suppose a man may eat his own muffins in his own garden.
But you have just said it was perfectly harmless to eat muffins.
I said it's perfectly heartless of you under the circumstances. That is a very different thing.
That may be, but the muffins are the same.
Alfio, to goodness you would go.
You can't possibly ask me to go without having some dinner first. It's absurd. I never go without my dinner. No one ever does, except vegetarians and people like that. Besides, I've just made arrangements with Dr. Choswell to be christened at the quarter to 6 under the name of Earnest.
My dear Alfie, the sooner you give up that nonsense, the better. I made arrangements myself to be christened by Dr. Choswell at 5:30. And now I'll naturally take the name of Earnest. When one would wish it, we can't both be christened Earnest. It is absurd. Besides, I don't think I have ever been christened by anybody. I think it extremely probable I never was, and so does Dr. Choswell. It is entirely different in your case. You've been christened already.
Yes, but I've not been christened for years.
Yes, but you've been christened. That is the important thing.
Quite so. So I know my constitution can stand it. If you're not sure about your ever having been christened, I must say I think it is rather dangerous you're venturing on it now. This might make you very unwell. You can hardly have forgotten that someone very closely connected with you was very nearly carried off this week in Paris by a severe chill.
Yes, but you should yourself that severe chill is not hereditary.
It used to be, I know. But I dare say, it is now. Science is always making wonderful improvements in things.
Oh, that is nonsense.
Jack, you're up the muffins again. I wish you wouldn't. There are only 2 left. I told you I was particularly fond of muffins.
But I hate tea cake.
Then why on earth do you allow it to be served up for your guests? What ideas you have of hospitality.
Alfred, I don't want you here. I want you to go. Why don't you go?
I haven't quite finished my tea yet. And there is still 1 muffin left.